This is a guide on the A/B test basics. We are going to set up a headline copy test. I'm going to show you how to set up a layout test focusing on email emphasis and then also a text-only email. So to do that, we will go into our platform and we'll navigate to the campaigns. You can, if it's these simple tests, set them up directly in live campaigns. For the purpose of the video, I'm going to show how this works in a test campaign. In the test campaign, you'll go to the editor, not to the A/B test, but to the editor to set these up. When you click on editor, you'll navigate to the editor mode once everything loads. And so the first thing we want to test is the headline. And so right now the headline is give 20% off, get 20% off. So if we want to test that, we need to figure out where in this editor that copy is located. You can see that here we go, advocate share page headline. If you want to create a headline test, you want to click on create A/B test. In this modal, you'll see the current variant is already copied over. I'm going to copy and paste that and put it into B. And then I'm going to change the copy to something I want to test against, and that is get 20% off. I'm keeping that language of your next purchase. All right. And I want also to have an exclamation mark. So if that's the test you want, you can click here if you want to just view. This was the original. And what does my new headline look like? Get 20% off your next purchase. And then by default, it's only set up in this test campaign. If you want to test it across all your campaign placements, you can click these campaigns, which are all the small green buttons, means that they're live. I'm going to just test it in our test campaign, and you would click Save A/B Test. And it would be live. As soon as there's one impression, you'll be able to track the results. Before there's one impression, meaning we've shown either variant 1 or 2, A or B, you won't be able to track any results yet. The two other tests are going to work the exact same way. You go back to the editor, and so for the layout test, you want to go to what's called configuration. And if you scroll down, you can see that there's an option to change which share channels you have, but there is also an option to look at advocate share page layout. We have equal versus email emphasis by default in the campaign. So if you click on create, this is because you have an existing or have already tested this, but we want to create a new A/B test. And so here you can see equal versus email emphasis. And if you want to see how that looks, you again click and see this is my current version, and my new version is email emphasis layout. In this case, we have a different image, so we may want to go in and change that. But this is the gist of how we would change simply the layout. Lastly, we also want to show how to test the emails, focusing on text-only emails. For that, we're not looking at the advocate share page, but instead we're looking at the emails. So you'd need to navigate to the screen called Friend Share Email. Click on that. Once it loads, you'll see in here that you have the option to have header, image, and text versus text only. Similarly here, you'll click on Create A/B Test. It'll by default have the two different options. You can verify how they look. This is the original email, and the text only is plain text, which we often see perform well. And similarly as previously, you can say, I want to run this across all campaigns, since the friend experience tends to be the same across campaign types, and then save A/B test to be able to start the test. I hope this was helpful. If there's any questions, let us know.